Now, at least once in your life, you must have wondered what it would feel like to be a royal. Ah, the palaces, the yachts, the paparazzi. Well, if you were a royal in the UK, you wouldn't be able to eat shellfish, play Monopoly, or even say certain words. Yep, it's not all crumpets and tea parties for them, and some of the rules they must follow are just plain weird, to say the least. 1. They must keep a minimum of 6 ravens at the Tower of London. If the ravens leave the tower, the kingdom will fall. Legend has it that there should be at least 6 ravens residing at the fortress to keep the tower and the kingdom from falling. To this day, they take really good care of the birds and make sure they always have well above the minimum number. 2. They can't be touched by non-royals or sign autographs. Truth be told, this rule is more of a general guideline that younger royals break every now and then. It's not that easy to get close to a monarch, of course, but it happens quite often at different events. They hug fans, pat kids on the head, and even take selfies. Those are on the no-go list too, by the way. Her Majesty the Queen personally dislikes them, mostly because it's simply unthinkable to turn your back to the royals. One rule the royals never violate, however, is the ban on autographs. In order to prevent forgery, they'll never give you their signature. 3. They aren't allowed to say certain words. I'm not referring to political opinions, but words you and I use every day. Toilet, perfume, and pardon, for example, are off-limits because of their French origins. You know, the French and English historically haven't been the best of friends, right? So, if you're ever invited to a royal reception and need the restroom, ask for the loo. Compliment the way Kate Middleton smells by saying, "I love your scent." And if you didn't quite catch a word or two during a conversation, say "sorry" instead of "pardon." And if Her Majesty invites you for tea, it will most definitely be a dinner in one of the sitting rooms, not a lounge or a living room, and you'll sit on a sofa, never a couch. After tea, you'll have pudding instead of dessert. If you want to see how beautiful everyone looks, say they look smart, not posh. 4. They can't vote. It's unconstitutional for Her Majesty the Queen to vote because she's the reigning monarch. The other members of the royal family don't because it's become a tradition for them to stay politically neutral. They can't have a say in these kinds of matters because their vote would easily influence public opinion in an unfair way. Instead, they get in front of scandals and focus on cooperating with the ruling party and keeping political matters running smoothly. 5. They can't hold a political office. With their excellent education and love for the general public, you'd expect the royals to make great politicians. But in fact, they aren't allowed to run for office. This rule ensures that no one of royal background is given the power to sway public opinion or use it to gain personal advantage from their position. 6. They can't play Monopoly. This was hinted at by Prince Andrew, Duke of York, while he was making a public appearance several years ago. He was presented with the property trading game and admitted they're not allowed to play it at home. Why? You're gonna love the answer because it's really relatable. Prince Andrew explained it could get a little too vicious at times. Yeah, I can relate. Number 7. They can't eat shellfish. This is more of a precaution than an actual rule. Some royals, including the Queen, choose not to eat shellfish or rare red meat to avoid allergic reactions or food poisoning. Others, like Prince Charles, will gladly slurp an oyster. And you should never expect even a hint of garlic on the royal table. The Queen reportedly can't stand it. Starch isn't exactly her favorite either, so potatoes, rice, and pasta aren't served at royal receptions. They're more likely to have grilled fish with vegetables and salad. Number 8. They can't sit with their legs crossed. The royals just can't sit however they feel most comfy. Both royal men, and especially women, never cross their legs. Crossing their ankles is fine, but they have to keep their legs together. Keeping legs to the side is also acceptable, and the Duchess of Cambridge, Catherine, has made it her signature position. Beaumont Etiquette School even coined a special name for it, the Duchess Slant. Keeping her ankles together and her legs to the side doesn't only make her look graceful and royal, but also makes her legs look longer. 9. They must keep the order of precedence for seating arrangements and processionals. When it comes to the royal family, they can't arrive at an important event in a random order and sit next to whomever they choose. There are really strict rules concerning the order of precedence at processions. If there's a wedding, the royal family has to enter according to the order of their ranks, with the queen or the reigning monarch in the forefront. As of now, the order is the following: Queen Elizabeth II, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, Her Majesty's husband, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall, Prince Charles and his wife Camilla, the Prince and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William and Kate Middleton, and so on. Gee, we should try that in my house. Number 10. Their clothing can't send ambiguous messages. Huh? Royals are expected to lead the way in fashion with their sophisticated and elegant style. Their outfits are usually modest yet fashionable, with no hidden messages. Ladies must wear hats and tights whenever they attend official events. Of course, short skirts and dresses that show too much skin are a big no-no. And there are even rules for young princes. They can't wear pants, only shorts. 11. They can't wear fur. It was declared by Edward III way back in the 12th century that no one, including the royal family, could wear fur. Centuries later, saying no to fur has become a way to stop cruelty against animals. In 2000, all fur farms were officially forbidden in the UK. In any case, this rule seems to have been forgotten, since some royals, and even the Queen, have been caught sporting their furs. 12. They must accept gifts graciously. Whatever the nature of the gifts, all the members of the royal family must accept them graciously. Since all the gifts belong to the crown, the Queen gets to decide who'll keep which gift. 13. The royal always leads the way. Whenever on a walk with their spouse, the royals can't hold hands or walk however they want. Her Majesty the Queen is always seen a few steps ahead of her husband Prince Philip. However, when the royal spouses bail, he can also take the common ladies first rule into account and let his lady lead the way. This often happens when Prince Harry goes out with his wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. 14. They must spend Christmas together. Traditionally, the members of the royal family spend Christmas with each other every year. Catherine, however, broke this habit when she decided to spend Christmas with her family instead. And rumor has it, the Queen didn't exactly like that. 15. They can't eat after the Queen has finished eating. Anyone dining together with the Queen, including the members of the royal family, must keep this simple rule. They always have to follow Her Majesty's every move and do what she does. So if she stops eating, everyone else at the table must also stop. Her Majesty can actually give everyone a hint a few minutes before she stops eating. She puts her purse on the table to show it'll soon be time to wrap it all up. So I guess you'll learn to pick up the pace when she drops the purse, eh? So which of these rules seem like the weirdest to you? Let me know down in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But hey, don't go anywhere just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out. All you have to do is pick the left or right video, click on it, and enjoy. Stay on the bright side of life.